I've had a massive disaster. Keep watching to find out more. Welcome back to RRC Restoration. Last time on the CRX Restoration, we went from this to this. Now, let's get this week's show on the road, and the first job is going to be flatting the primer on the shell. I'm applying a black guide coat. This allows me to see very easily when sanding if there are any low spots left in the finish. As you can clearly see from this shot, the primer has a distinct texture that I need to remove. And with a little bit more sanding, you can see that this section is completely smooth now and ready for paint. Now, let's crack on with the rest of the shell. So with the roof fully block sanded, I always like to give the panel a very light pass with the DA and a soft pad to remove all of the straight sanding lines. Well, that's the roof done. Now to rotate the shell and crack on with the quarter panels. So that's the primer flatted back and an unholy amount of dust created. So that means only one thing. It's time for some paint. The colour is NH526-M, Flint Black. Now, let's do a little painting. For the moment, I'm only going to be painting the door shuts and other apertures I won't be able to get to once the panels are reattached. I'll explain why in a little while. Now, to make my life easy, I'll rotate the shell for easy access to the tailgate aperture. Now to remove the shell from the booth so that I can paint the rear side of the panels. With the rear side of the panels painted, I now need to bring the shell back in and then remove it from the rotisserie so that I can finish painting it. Now I need to very carefully hang the doors, wings and bonnet. This is because the paint is metallic, and to achieve a consistent colour from panel to panel this must be done. If you paint the panels off the car, the way you lay the paint down will be different and you will end up with colour inconsistencies between the panel. So by doing this you can guarantee that the colour and settling of the metallic particles will match all the way down either side of the car. And that's why the door shuts were painted first too, because if I did it after this stage, the overspray from doing that would alter the metallic laydown between the door and quarter panel. Well, that's the first coat laid down, only another 2 to go. So the base coat is laid down and dry. Now to remove the panels and get everything clear coated. On the final coat, I use a light to illuminate the panel to make sure no areas have been missed and that the lacquer is flowing out correctly. And after curing, I'm left with this super shiny shell. Now on to clearing the panels. I've not bothered to show all of the repairs and prep work on the panels, as it's basically just the exact same process as the shell, and I really don't want to bore you. Well, that's everything painted and looking good. I will be sanding all the paintwork down again to remove any dirt nibs and orange peel, and then polishing it back up to a flawless mirror finish, but that's a job I will do in around a month's time. So for now, let's get the shell back in here and do a bit of anti-corrosion treatment. So to protect the CRX from corrosion for many years to come, I am going to be injecting all of the cavities with Dynax S50. This is an incredible anti-corrosion wax, as it gets into every crevice and creeps into weld seams and imperfections, and then dries to a soft protective wax, providing exceptional corrosion resistance. Well, that's the CRX painted and resistant to corrosion again. So I think this is as good a place as any to end this episode. Next time I will be making a start on the mechanical side of things, so I hope you will all join me again for that. And in the meantime, please enjoy these before and after shots. And thank you so much to all of my patrons for all of their help and support, especially during this episode. If you're a patron, you will know what I'm referring to. Patrons of this channel are always kept up to date with what's going on in the wacky world of RRC, whether it be good or bad, and you're always the first to know about upcoming projects or what's happening with current projects. So if you fancy being a member of the RRC community, please check out my Patreon page. Links below and in the corner. So here in Scotland we have had an unbelievable amount of rain lately, and to my horror I came in this morning to my workshop completely flooded. Fortunately there doesn't appear to be too much damage, but a lot of my stuff is now waterlogged and will need extensive cleaning. Like I needed any more work to do. Anyway, thanks for watching.